and good afternoon. This is Youngeun. I'm a student, just like all of you, who gets bored at school, who like to have fun with friends, and who like to see more of the world out there. I stand here to tell you how I navigated myself and my challenges. The key word of today is challenge. Before I stand here, I was concerned with other words like motivation, inspiration, encouragement, and all, but you have to challenge yourself for all that. So, before I tell my story, in case you're curious about me, I'm one of the 3 leaders of an online community called Gogo Africa. With 13,000 members. 13,000, a lot, right? In this community, I run programs like African culture, seminars, festivals, Swahili class, etc., to change people's bias against Africans like dirty and civilized primitive people. Also, I have settled more chances for Koreans to travel African countries safely and freely. But I'm not here to tell you how great person I am. So I want to go back to my middle school years. When I was in middle school, I read a book about poor, sick African people. Ever since then, I had a dream. I had a dream to sick Africans in the future. But when I told people about my dream, they said, hey, it's perfect for your college application. Nobody believed my true motivation. Do you know what I did? Last year, I started learning Swahili, a local language of Africa. Also, I put myself on the plane to Kenya. This is called a challenge. Of course, I was afraid and I was scared when a little handsome boy stole my wallet and camera on the public bus in Kenya. But only because I took the risk and pushed myself harder and further with deeper inquiry, I could have experienced the real poverty and the broken medical system of Kenya and do something about it. Now, I manage 9 work camps, so-called volunteering camps. And also, I have settled 10 safe points, all of which are the systems that any Korean can travel African countries with protection and help. And yes, some might say, I'm only a high school student and too young to deal with all this adult business. But I say no to them, because age is only a number, right? There is a little girl that I met in Kenya named Lydia. She's 9 years old, HIV infected, and too weak, even barely able to open the window. When I first go talk to her, she didn't even look at me. But I kept trying. She smiled when I drew a world map on the ground with a branch. Next, she sat on my lap to talk to me. I asked her, what do you want to be in the future? She said, a cardiologist. I asked her why. She said, because she's waiting for a heart donation, but since nobody's donating for her, she might die soon. And she wants to cure other people so those things do not happen to others. This is why she was living. This was why she was trying her best to go to school every day. This was how a 9-year-old girl, Lydia, was challenging herself. Well, we are all living in a tough or boring reality. For students like us, we need to face the boring routine of school, academy, home every day. It is not easy to take a minute or chill out or think about what you're studying for, what your dream is, and what you're working for. However, I must tell you that it is really important to think about what your dream is and your challenges. Well, because only you challenge yourself, you can get inspired and motivated. Well, in this winter, I am planning to go to 6 African countries for 2 months. for my documentary project about female genital mutilation problems in Africa. Well, some might say that it's too dangerous or it's too time-consuming. And I'm not even sure that my documentary was successful or worthy enough to contribute my 2 months of busy high school life. But I'm still living because until I do, I never know the result. This is why I'm challenging myself. And because I'm challenging myself and trying to live to African countries for 2 months in this winter, I'm more focused on my academics and social problems related to my research topic with deeper inquiry. Well, challenge can be anything from what you've been interested in to what you've been afraid of. For me, it was about Africa, but for you, it can be anything. Try to look for challenge. Do not become satisfied with where you're standing now, because if you do, you'll always stay in that level. Do not be afraid to challenge and change. Do not afraid to take a risk, because we are all still young with maybe another 100 years left in our future. So get up and go challenge yourself. Thank you.